Alright, so we ran a little bit out of time. Let's do question number 6 again. This is part 2. Consider the following two spheres. This one and this one. 6.1. Say if the spheres are positively charged or negatively charged or neutral, and why. They are negatively charged because there is an excess of electrons on each sphere, because there is only 4 positives and more negatives. Number 6.2. Redraw the spheres and draw arrows to show how the spheres will move due to the nature of the charges. So here you can see they will move away from each other because they have the same charges. Number 7. How does the number of protons and electrons compare in a neutral atom? So in a neutral atom, they are the same. So there's the same quantity, equally charged. Number 8. It is extremely important to take electrostatic charges into account during fuel transfer from trucks. 8.1 asks, electrostatic charge can build up as fuel is pumped through the fuel pipe. Explain how this happens. So, as the fuel flows along the pipe, friction between the fuel and the pipe will transfer electrons from one to the other. 8.2. Why is the buildup of electrostatic charge on the truck dangerous? Because there could be a discharge and a spark could ignite the fuel, and that's super dangerous. 8.3. During the transfer of fuel, a copper wire is attached between the truck and the ground. How did this prevent the buildup of electrostatic charge on the truck? The wire earths the tank and its truck. This allows a transfer of electrons between the earth and the truck, which will neutralize the charge on the truck and the tank. Therefore, it will make sure that it does not ignite, make a spark. Number 9. Electrostatics is a study of charges that do not flow constantly. An electroscope shown is a device that can be used to study these electric charges. So this. Number 9.1 asks, two types of charges are referred to in the electrostatics. Name these two types of charges. Positive and negative charges. Number 9.2. Electroscope's gold leaves, number A and B, are hanging straight down initially. Explain what is meant by the term neutral electroscope. A positively charged rod is brought closer to the electroscope and causes the gold leaves, number A and B, to move away from each other. So explain the neutral electroscope first. So neutral means there are the same amount of protons as electrons and electrons. Number 9.3. What will the charges be in the gold leaves A and B? Positive. If they both move away from each other, because they will both the same. Number 9.4. Name two ways in which objects can be charged. With friction and contact. Number 10. Children jumping on a trampoline notice that their hair starts to stand up. Number 10.1 asks, what force between the children and the trampoline causes static electricity to be generated? The friction of their feet rubbing on the trampoline. So friction force, frictional force is the answer. Number 10.2. Use your knowledge of the particles of an atom and explain why the children's hair is standing upright. So the friction that occurs during the contact with the rubber mat causes the electrons to move from the learners to the trampoline. Electrons are negatively charged, right? Thus, the learners are charged more positively, and the hair that now have like charges pushes away from each other. So the hair will be positive and they will all push away from each other because they have the same charge, like charge. Number 10. The children touch the steel frame of the trampoline and notice a spark. What is this process called? It's called the discharge. 10.4. What type of electrostatic force exists between a negative and a positive charge? Write only attractive or repulsive. It is attractive. So that is the end of static electricity. In our next video, we will do something else.